You know what? You should be a doctor. No, you should be an engineer. Oh, why aren't you like her? Why aren't you doing this? Well, you should probably do this instead. We've heard a lot of advice from a lot of people in our lives. And sometimes we feel that it's not applicable for us, but still feel the pressure to follow it. Today, we're going to break free from that. Hi, I'm Nisha and welcome to my channel. I believe that it's really important for us to consciously offer value to one another's lives in this fast-paced world that we are living in today. And if you're someone who loves to learn and grow together, then stick along because I've got a bunch of interesting things for us to do. Have you ever felt the need to shut someone down when they give advice and you feel that it's completely irrelevant to your life? So today's topic is going to be all about the popular advices that we usually given and how to break free from those. I'm 26 years old and have been given so many advices throughout my life. I followed a few and gained good results, and I didn't follow a few and still learned a lot of good lessons. I've got 10 advices in my list that was given to me personally and a lot more, but these 10 are the ones that I could recollect when I thought about advice. Before I begin, just a quick note, I'm not going to tell you to go rebel against your parents or elders or anyone who gives you advice. I'm here to guide you how to get the wisdom from that advice and apply your own knowledge so that you can make good use of those advice in your life in a much relevant way. The first popular advice is always listen to your elders blindly. While I really do have deep respect towards their wisdom and experiences, I've learned that blindly following their advice is not the best course of action. Times change rapidly and today's challenges and opportunities are vastly different from those encountered by our previous generations. Even though their intentions might be good and their perspectives, though they are well intentioned, might be based on an outdated belief or bias that would not be applicable to today's context. So what I would say is critically evaluate their suggestions. Not all suggestions are bad. Apply your own knowledge and judgment to it, and then make decisions that suits best to your own life and circumstances. The second most popular advice: you shouldn't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend until a certain age. I'm glad that I didn't follow that advice, or else I wouldn't have learned all the good lessons that I've already learned. When I was advised not to have a boyfriend until a certain age, I did try to follow, but I finally understood that this one-size-fits-all recommendation is not suitable for everyone and it doesn't account for my personal maturity and experiences. But it's not wrong to be in a relationship at a young age. Our past generations used to get married when they were like 16, 17. So when that was acceptable at that age, marriage was acceptable, then why not be in a relationship? I'm not saying go date some random person who's not of your best interest. Yes, you need to apply all the good knowledge that you have. You need to reevaluate whether that's a healthy relationship to be in and all those stuff before getting into a serious relationship with somebody. But how would you know unless and until you experiment, unless and until you've had that experience with your first love? So sometimes a few people find their first love to be their lifetime soulmate, but it's not the same for everybody. A few people fall in love, they break up, again, they learn a few lessons, they move on and find a better person in life. Heartbreak is fine, it's alright. You learn a lot from those lessons. Everyone matures at their own pace and can find meaningful connections at any point in life, unexpectedly. Understand yourself, try to foster healthy relationships, and make meaningful decisions based on your personal readiness and the values that you hold. The third popular advice, and the one that I've received a million times: you should have everything figured out before you're 25. Crazy, innit? Okay, the notion that you should have everything figured out by the age of 25 is completely unrealistic, and it creates unnecessary pressure. Life should be enjoyable. It's a journey of learning and evolving, and expecting to have all the answers so early in your life, it's just unrealistic, and it can be frustrating, and you'll also have a sense of failure if you try to do it. It's not that after the age of 25 you're not going to do anything, you've settled in your life, and what about when you're in 30s and 40s? What if you get an outstanding idea when you're 50? Are you just going to say, I'm 50 so I'm not going to apply this idea, I'm just going to sit home, I'm not going to do anything? No, you're not going to say that. You're still going to go ahead and do it, right? Everyone should take time to explore different paths, learn from your mistakes. You should make mistakes and learn from them, and then decide what you want to do in your life. But those decisions can vary from time to time. So by rejecting the pressure to have everything figured out by a certain age, you give yourself the freedom to live your life peacefully and at your own pace. The fourth advice, again the one which was given to me as well, you will succeed only if you get a degree in engineering or medicine. I guess I've heard that advice for at least 5 years before I actually got an engineering degree. Surprise! I did follow that advice, yes I did, because it was applicable for me. I was performing well in computer science during my high school. I felt that taking up a course in computer science would be favorable for me because I thought that I was really efficient in computer science. This advice is really narrow-minded, and it overlooks the diverse path to achievement and fulfillment. Success is highly subjective and can be found in multiple fields. It's not just that if you are an engineer or a doctor, you're successful in life. You can be a successful artist. You can be a successful lawyer. You can be a successful chef. You have a lot of options there, not just engineering and medicine. Personally, I pursued my bachelor's and engineering degree in computer science, but later on I realized that I have interest towards business management. So that didn't happen easily. It went the hard way. It took 4 years of engineering degree for me to realize that this is not my field. But it's okay. I learned a lot during that journey. I learned what is actually important for me and what I should focus on. It's just a journey where you explore and find out for yourself. If you're creative, if you're skillful and talented, that's all matters. You don't need to have a degree. In fact, if you have the necessary skills, then you can still be more successful than a person who has a degree but has average skills. By following such advice, we actually neglect ourselves. We neglect to find our true interests and talents, which then lead to burnout and dissatisfaction in our lives. It's essential that you pursue a path that aligns with your true passions and strengths, because true enthusiasm and dedication is what will get you to success, regardless of the fields. The fifth popular advice: you should try to fit in with the others. I think so. I've been given this advice even last month. This advice can actually pull you back from creating your own individuality, and it can then lead to lack of personal fulfillment. You need to embrace who you truly are with all your unique qualities and perspectives, and that's crucial for your own happiness and self-esteem. If you try to satisfy someone's expectations and live a life that doesn't align with your own aspirations and interests, it can be so depressing. I would say that stay true to yourself so that you attract genuine relationships and opportunities that resonate with your authentic self, thus leading to a more meaningful and satisfied life. Prioritize your individuality over the pressure to fit in. The sixth popular advice: if you do not maintain a good figure, you wouldn't look and be more feminine. With this particular advice that you need to reduce your weight or increase your weight in order to have a particular body figure is both harmful and misguided. Femininity has nothing to do with your body type or your weight. It has everything to do about how graceful you are, how strong you are, how confident and self-worthy you are. I'm done with these societal expectations and standards of beauty. I've been body shamed throughout my life for having an athletic frame. Today's world embraces it. They want people to have an athletic body frame, a tall figure. You can be beautiful however you are if you're confident about yourself. You need to embrace your natural body and focus on being more healthy. Your body does a lot for you. You need to at least take care of its health rather than focusing on fitting into a particular size. We don't see the beauty of what we already have. We always see the beauty in someone else or somewhere else rather than in ourselves. If you want to be truly feminine, you need to accept yourself. You need to know your self-worth and love yourself for the person that you are. That makes you truly feminine. Define femininity in your own terms. Celebrate your unique beauty and the strengths that you possess. You don't have to earn more than the men in your family. What? That's a really poor advice. This advice that girls don't need to be financially independent and can rely upon their father or brother or husband or partner is absolutely disempowering, and it's so outdated. Financial independence is crucial regardless of the gender, because that's what provides you a sense of security and confidence. When you rely on others for financial support, you actually lose the power over your own life. You lose the power to make your own decisions. I've experienced it myself. My parents are great. They encouraged me. They supported me both financially and mentally for my master's, but I've always felt the need to be financially independent in order to make my own life decisions. I'm not following this advice. You actually do yourself a favor. You cultivate the necessary skills and understanding required to navigate through life's challenges, and you become completely independent, and you'll be prepared to face any circumstance. You'll be able to build a future for yourself. The 8th popular advice: if you're a girl, you should know how to adjust with the others. It's completely insane and unrealistic to even imagine or expect that a woman should always be self-sacrificing. Why? Just because she's a woman? Yeah, women do love, they nurture, they care. That doesn't mean that they have to sacrifice themselves or their interests just to satisfy someone else. Yes, I agree, women are more empathetic and they cooperate, they are understanding. That's what makes them more loving and caring and nurturing. But that doesn't mean that girls and women are constantly expected to prioritize others' needs over their own. Encouraging young generation to live up to others' expectations and to satisfy others can then lead them to becoming a people pleaser. So they'll grow up to be a people pleaser. They'll always try to please others. They'll never be true to themselves. And this can lead to self-neglect and diminished self-worth. It's so important that today's young girls and women learn how to balance their empathy with assertiveness, ensuring that their own needs and aspirations are met. This can help build healthier and more equitable relationships and thus lead to more fulfilling lives. And the 9th advice that I often hear is, you're not supposed to speak your thoughts the way you want to. Rather, you should put it in a way that people expect you to. Being told that you're not supposed to speak the thoughts that the way you want to can hinder your personal growth and authenticity. Sometimes you will have to express the thoughts exactly the way it runs in your mind. It's not wrong to think twice before saying it out. Expressing your thoughts the way you want to is the way you build self-confidence and foster healthy relationships. How many of us have avoided saying out something just because we wanted to avoid a conflict? So what if you have to argue with somebody? It's all right. You can have healthy arguments. You don't need to be afraid of conflicts. Imagine you're expected to suppress your true opinions and never speak out. That's so frustrating. People say, Being honest is essential. You need to be loyal. You should always be true to yourself and others. How then will you remain true to yourself and others if you do not express your thoughts the way they truly are present in your head? I'm not saying go and rebel, go be rude to somebody. That's not what I mean. The 10th and the most popular advice: you need to work really hard in order to earn money, even though you don't like it. Yes, working hard, putting effort to build your career is important. I love doing this. I love creating content on YouTube, and I can spend days and nights doing this. It's alright. I'm ready to put in all the efforts that it takes to reach to my level of satisfaction, and I don't regret it. It's always crucial to find a balance between earning a living and doing the work that you're actually passionate about. When you get out of the bed and you're all driven, that's when you're actually doing some passionate work, which will trigger creativity and productivity. This is what will result in a long-term success and financially stable life. It's alright if you have a job to earn a living, but it's crucial to focus on what you're passionate about so that you feel a sense of purpose in your everyday life. And that's the end of this video. I know that there are so many well-wishers in our lives who still give advice to us for our own benefits, and it's not wrong to follow them. All I'm saying is just think before you follow it blindly. Just apply your own insights and alter it according to your own life so that it resonates with your unique qualities and strengths. If you found this video interesting, please like, comment and subscribe, and stick along to learn and grow together with me. I love you all so much. See you in my next video. Bye bye.